concerned about entering this matchup.
Yeah, transition defense is going to be key.
Bandego easily wins the tip there, the height advantage over Jamal West Jr., and we're underway in Fifth Third Arena. Cincinnati trying to remain perfect so far, 2-0 on the season. Inside to Bandego. He's going to have a big height advantage, but Nicholls will get their hands in there, be pesky on defense, just as they do with Mitchell trying to sky in towards the hoop. Starting 5 for Nicholls tonight. They go with Ireland, Robinson, Brown, Cornish, and West Jr. Ireland last night had the big bucket in the win over NKU, scored with .2 left to win it. It's too strong off the window for West. Loose ball on the floor, and West comes away with it. Ball never hit the rim, so Ireland had to fire. It never hit the rim for him either, but the rebound to Mitchell. Connor Hickman, too strong. Tipped out of bounds near the Nicholls bench, and it'll go Nicholls' way. For the Bearcats, James, Hickman, Lukosius, Mitchell, and Bandego, the starting 5.
You can tell the pace right now was something that you hadn't seen the first 2 games. This team is excited with last night's win, and they're going to play with that enthusiasm today.
Here's Robinson. Trying to get it to Cornish. He was shut down by Lukosius. Good hands from Mitchell on the baseline to knock it away. And both teams, Terry, getting scrappy in the early going. What are your keys to the game?
Well, for the Bearcats, first of all, you're going to need them to shut it down. Make a perimeter team. Bandego and Mitchell got to be able to protect the rim, get at the rim, and then you get to 3-2-1. I'm not talking about a countdown. I'm talking about shoot behind the arc, attack the basket for dunks and layups, and then go to the free throw line. And then for Nicholls State, push the pace. It's better in transition. They like to get up and down, shoot that 3 ball, as we're just talking about, and then also 10 or less. If they want to compete with the Bearcats, they got to turn the ball over 10 times or less, limit the possessions, the easy possessions for the Bearcats.
Well, neither team can get the lid off the basket in the early going. Cincinnati 0 of 2, Nicholls 0 of 3 to begin the game. Outside to Hickman. Now down low to Mitchell, who's been a star since transferring from Texas. Tries the turnaround hook, and it goes.
Plays to his strength. That's what I like about him, because he knows he doesn't have the right-hand jump hook to finish effectively on the baseline. Spin back around to his strong hand and put it up with the left.
His first year with Cincinnati, 2 years at Texas. Oh, high flyer West got hammered going up. He tried to rear back and throw that one down, men at the rim. Then we'll head to the line.
No, beat me at the rim, cocked it back through the forearm out. Could have been an offensive foul. They practice that, Cincinnati practice that when they wall up and jump straight up in the...
West at the line. This has been an issue for Nicholls to begin the year, just 58% as a team to begin the season at the free throw line. Through 4 games, Nicholls comes in at 2 and 2. A 1 of 2 at the line gets the Colonels on the board.
And they pick up full court. Who cares about they played last night? They're in this. They're young. I don't want to hear anything about fatigue.
Well, certainly a dramatic win last night against Northern Kentucky. Trying for back-to-back wins on their road trip. Lukosius off the mark. Mitchell keeps it alive. The tip to James doesn't lead to a 3.
Mitchell.
Another offensive possession here for Cincinnati. Hickman, transfer from Bradley, knifes inside. He's too strong, but Mitchell flying in for the finish.
Active. Dillon Mitchell, 3 tip-outs so far for extra possessions for the Bearcats, and then that offensive rebound putback.
Seeing the athleticism from Dillon Mitchell already. We showed the highlights at the beginning of the game. You can add another one to his reel with that. Ireland averaged 11 points per game last year. He can light it up. Turnaround is blocked by James. 3 seconds left to shoot on the timer. Never hit the rim. The tip doesn't go either.
How about Dillon Mitchell? First of all, the Bearcats defense was ecstatic on that entire possession. And then you get the finger roll, misses it, comes in there for the the dunk, and then the block by Jizzle James. Complete defensive shutdown by the entire Bearcats team, ending in a 30-second violation.
So far, it's been a scrappy start for both teams, diving on the floor, extra possessions, James hopping through, and the lay-in.
The hop, step, and step through. You know, back in the day, if you hop step, you couldn't step through. Well, they added that a little bit now, and it gives more freedom of movement for the offensive player.
So after starting 0 of 2, Cincinnati has started to find its footing on the offensive end. Nicholls 0 of 5 to begin the game, their only point from the free throw line. And they turn it over.
Shutdown defense by Jizzle James. Last year, coach wasn't impressed with this defense, so he sat on the bench and came off the bench and only played in spurts. Gave us the offense, the Bearcats the offense, came out for defense with Day-Day Thomas, but this year he accepted the challenge in the offseason, put on more muscle, really worked on his balance and how to stay in front of the offensive players, and you're seeing the fruits of that right now.
Brown just checked out for Nicholls. Trey English came into the game for the Colonels. They try to slow down Cincinnati as they've now found their footing a bit. Mitchell took an extra step before the dunk. So 15:45 to go in the first half. It took Cincinnati a couple of shots to get going, but they're starting to find it. Good move from Jizzle James. His coach in their program history, and Tavon Sadler was part of his first recruiting class. Wes Miller was the youngest head coach in the nation, and now goes against one of his former players, who is currently the youngest coach in the nation.
It's a crazy dynamic. And, you know, some of the things, the mannerisms, you know, how he goes about it, the intensity, the attention to detail that he does in practice, all those things he credits to head coach Wes Miller.
Lukosius, the good up fake, throws it up, and a good leap by West, pulling that one out of the air. And this is where Nicholls will try to run in transition. Ireland off the screen, set by Collins. He's a big force down low. Still with Ireland here, a good step through. Too strong off the window. You see the scrappiness for Nicholls. They can't come away with it. Mitchell has the loose ball. Wow. And throws it at the rim. It goes down. That was unorthodox there.
One of the things Wes Miller wants to do is unlock the other parts of the game of Dillon Mitchell. He can handle the ball in transition, didn't even look to pass, just got to a spot close enough and just floated, jumped over the defense so they couldn't make a play.
Nicholls still has not put in a shot from the floor. They are 0 of 6 to begin the game. Here's English. He's their facilitator. Still no dice for the Colonels.
I mean, they are competing.
James off the screen, the kick. Mitchell. That's a work in progress in his game. So proficient around the basket, working on that touch from long range. Dribble drive, Cornish. Swatted. Bandego got a big paw to it.
Oh, look at the steal.
And then a foul afterwards. Cornish, the guilty party.
I mean, Aziz Bandego. Look at the Mitchell. Once he gets to a space, he just jumps up and extends out and lays it up. And then Bandego just swats it, just totally abuses the basketball, grabs it out of the hand of the offensive player, and then snatches him and throws him to the ground. He comes out. I'll tell you, he is a menace. He's healthy this year, played all last year with back injury that he suffered in the Dayton game. He's on pace, just like last year, 3.5 blocks per game. Remember a couple years ago, he had 109 blocks.
Now that foul is on Cornish, his second. That's a big loss for the Colonels. Cornish averages about 15 points per game for this group. Catch and shoot Brown, and that's what he can do.
He had a game this year, he's 8 for 8.
Inside give to Arrington Page, the transfer from Southern California. Wow.
Just smooth, just glides across the lane. Skilled around the basket, Arrington Page.
Coming off a career high 13 in the win over Morehead State a week ago. Inside to West. Backing his way in and lays it in.
Oh, just let him get to his spot, abusing the freshman. Pumped it twice. Put it up soft around the basket.
Jamal West, all-conference second team in the Southland last year.
He never touched the line.
And that is over and back on Jizzle James.
It was close, but he never touched it. It's close enough to call it. And look at Arrington Page. Catches it, they don't give him resistance, puts it up with the offhand, off the glass, smooth touch. And then Brown, catch, shoot, step back, easy launch and load by Brown.
Tavon Sadler feels that the best basketball is still ahead for Robert Brown III. Really admires the way he's grown on and off the court. He's really become a leader for this Nicholls team. Said he's one of the purest shooters in the nation. Trying to go to West again, the kick. Brown lets the flyby go. The pass inside and the lay-in for Collins.
Yeah, they're getting too close to the basket. You got to be able to play some defense before they get there.
Collins coming off a near double-double. 9 and 12 in the win over NKU. First shot of the day for Simas Lukosius goes down from 3.
I mean, you expect that. Gosh, shooting 71% from downtown. He's now 6 of 8.
Brown taking it inside this time, challenging Page. Page wins that battle, but still with Nicholls here. Backdoor cut and the throw down West. He tried to throw it down earlier and got denied.
Tyler Betsy is having a moment. He's got 2 baskets scored.
No good. Rebounded by Nicholls. That's Cornish. 6 seconds. The Colonels have a chance to win it. Here's Ireland in traffic. Off the banking board and in. And Nicholls takes the lead with 0.2 seconds left on the clock.
What a wild game that was across the river last night. Nicholls taking down Northern Kentucky 61-59. The Colonels led by as many as 19, Terry. Then they were down 5 late in the second half and ended up winning by 2 on that near buzzer beater by Byron Ireland.
All I was thinking of, take the charge. Why did he bail out on the contact? Oh well.
An exciting early season game, getting Nicholls back to 500 at 2-2. And they've started to settle in a little bit here, Terry. That's maybe an unforced turnover there by Cincinnati, but at the same time, the Bearcats have gone a bit cold. Nicholls has started to heat up. 5
turnovers now for the Bearcats. Yeah, they turned Nicholls over 4 times, but 5 turnovers, and they've given up 5 offensive rebounds, and that's why they're only down by 3.
Chance to tie it with a make from long range here. Here's the hero from last night, Byron Ireland. Tavon Sadler thinks he's an unsung hero of this team. Down low to West. He's been ferocious down there tonight. 3 seconds left to shoot. Long skip. English doesn't realize it and releases too late.
Good scramble and help. Down on the block. C.J. Fredericks defending. Dillon Mitchell comes out on the double, and on the double, the scramble, everybody got to a guy. Great stop by the Bearcats. This is where you make up for it.
Betsy catch and shoot. He's been on fire from 3 to start the season.
Well, for him, offense comes natural. He's a natural 3-point shooter. Gets those feet set quickly. He's got to learn to compete defensively in the right positions.
English taking it inside all the way to the cup.
Arrington Page got to be more of a presence defensively for the Bearcat. What an offensive play there.
Trey English transferred from McNeese. Won the Southland Conference last year, went to the tournament as Page knocks it in from 3.
He can do that.
3 of 7 for Cincinnati from downtown to begin the game tonight. Ireland.
Travel.
Yep, took a step there.
I mean, just watch how Tyler Betsy gets his feet down quickly. That ball goes over there. Keeps the right leg in front of him so he doesn't have to turn much on the shot. Arrington, you leave him wide open, you don't think he's going to shoot that. He's 6'10", drains it from 3.
The newcomers for Cincinnati helping to get it back to a 7-point advantage. Mitchell, excuse me, that's Page down there. He got bumped and will head to the line.
It's one of UC's favorite plays. They run that UCLA baseline cross screen. He catches it in an area. Normally, if you're open, I remember Danny Fortson would catch the ball right under the rim. He wouldn't run to the block. Once he got past, clear the screen, stop where your defender's on your back, right under the rim, catch it and power it up to the rim. He went to the block and he got undercut.
That'll be something to watch in this game tonight. Neither team to begin the season, granted very small sample size, has shot free throws very well. Cincinnati just 63%. You get a look at the numbers for Arrington Page, who came over after one season at USC. So he can shoot it a bit, Terry. You see that second line there, 31% from long range a season ago.
Yeah. And he's going to unlock that part of his game. And Coach Wes Miller wants his bigs to be able to shoot threes. I mean, even Aziz Bandego in his career, he's a 35% career three-point shooter.
West has done a lot of this so far in the game tonight. Leaves that short.
Great defense by Dillon Mitchell.
Lukosius in transition. Wanted. Wow, up and out of nowhere for Jamal West.
Oh, my. I mean, you thought he had an advantage, Simas Lukosius. He's being grabbed as he approaches the rim. Doesn't really jump much, just tries to use his body to shield, but the athletic ability swats it out of the gym.
Talk about jumping ability. That's a fun matchup between West and Mitchell with their hops. James too strong. Here's Page. Trying to back down on Makai Collins. Rebound to West.
I believe to speed the reel up a little bit. That was in slow motion right there.
English. Wow. That's a wild shot.
And he's looking at the official and saying, I would not shoot a shot like that. I can see the playground jumping up and down. I mean, look at this. He finger rolled it, but it just rolled a little bit too much on the fingers.
That's one I'm sure he would like to have back.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see him on the court, though. We mentioned he transferred from McNeese, but he missed all of last season due to an injury. Averaged 3 assists per game as a sophomore. This year, already averaging 4 assists, so he's a guy that really facilitates. Up top to Bandego, the one-handed lob and finish. And timeout, Nicholls.
The part of Simas Lukosius' game that has been unlocked, he's averaging 5 assists per game. He's got 10 on the season, or he had 10 on the season before this game started. Throws it up one hand. Aziz Bandego catches it. I mean, he has just been looking as he comes downtown.
Aziz Bandego, his second year with Cincinnati, after playing at Utah Valley, where he was the WAC Defensive Player of the Year, top 3 in the nation in blocks that season. In his first 2 games, Terry, doing more than just the defense, chipping in with the blocks, of course, but nearly 12 a game.
Yeah, but he's shooting 91% from the floor. I mean, think about that. So he's not doing jump hooks. He's catching lobs. It reminds you a lot of Clinton Capella. You know, when James Harden was on his scoring tear, you would collapse the defense trying to keep James Harden out of the paint. He would throw it up to the rim, and Clinton Capella would dunk it. And he was one of the first guys that got a role like that to start making $20 million a year, just sitting in the dunker spot, rebounding and blocking shots.
It's a great comparison. Capella and Bandego. Been a great start to his 5th season in college. Big 12 honorable mention last year, along with Dan Skillings, who is still out for the Bearcats, played in the first game of the season and has now missed the last 2 for Wes Miller. Day-Day Thomas misses his 3rd game tonight as well. The Bearcats playing a bit short-handed, still have plenty of depth. Wes Miller said in the long run, it's only going to improve our depth, giving other guys a chance to step up and showcase what they can do. So out of the Nicholls timeout, here's Ireland, weaving back and forth. His floater is too strong. Josh Reed comes away with the loose ball. Bandego, this is a huge mismatch here.
Come on. He's just adding to that percentage. I mean, you think about shooting 90 from the free throw line is incredible. Shooting 92% now from the field in traffic is incredible.
That was an 8-inch difference on that defense by Brown. And he just had his shot blocked from the corner.
Connor Hickman at the point will give you this. Oh, the spin move in traffic.
Ripped away. Sincere Malone taking it coast to coast. Now the kick. And Brown caps it off with the triple.
And Aziz Bandaogo is running. He loses the ball in the paint, runs down and gets a pressure and a contest on the three-point shot.
Lukosius grabbed on the way by. He's begging for it to be a shooting foul. We'll see when we come back. But Aziz Bandaogo, Terry, just putting the defense on his back.
Put him on his back, big fella. Then he runs out, gets it, but no, you are too late. Greatness. But you got to figure out what it is that you're going to bring as the Bearcats turn it over for the 7th time. What you're going to bring to the team and bring it on a consistent basis.
Too short for Brown. Nearly another offensive rebound for Nicholls. It goes Cincinnati's way. We go down to Kelsey.
Anthony, I've just been standing by Tavon Sadler's timeout, and for a 29-year-old head coach, he is so even-keeled, and I can tell you that Nicholls right now has come to play. They believe they can win this game. Coach Sadler said, let's just focus on the next 4 minutes, and is really happy with the turnovers they're forcing.
Thank you, Kelsey, as Lukosius lays that in to get it back to a 12-point advantage. It's something that Tavon Sadler told us what he learned from Wes Miller. Just get better every single day. Don't worry too far in advance. Just worry about in the moment right now and get better from day-to-day, possession to possession.
And he said he likes to recruit unselfish players because the ball has energy. You know, if you get one guy and thinks that he can score 30 a game, that's great, but then everybody tends to sit around and watch. And so he wants guys that are unselfish. Use your ability to go to the hole, break guys down, and get your teammates involved. And he was a guy that can put it up.
Now, 29 years old. Terry, you asked him, you're still a young guy. You got any kids? You married? What's going on? And he just kind of laughed and said, I got 13 kids. The guys on the floor, that's my family right there.
He don't really have much of a social life, and people don't believe him because he's got this job, he's got stature, and you know, status now, and doesn't really have that.
Catch and shoot. Hickman doesn't get the bounce, but the follow from Josh Reed goes down.
The junkyard dog. Josh Reed does a lot of the little things, plays grimy defense, got the rebound on one end, offensive rebound put back on the other, fighting through the screens for the Bearcats.
It's been streaky here for Nicholls, one of their last 7. Ireland lays it in.
Could have easily been an end one right there on Josh Reed.
And he went down hard. He's slow getting back into the play. Rayvon Griffith, the kick. Not that time for Hickman. Griffith, the rebound. Lukosius wide open.
I mean, 7 of 9 now on the season. He's shooting 82% from the field and 74% from three-point line. Let that sink in.
Brown. Another 3 for Robert Brown, the 3rd.
Right back at you, ain't cheating. I told you this young man has no conscience.
He's
Brown
made
will let
3.
it go.
He has 9. Lukosius penetrating now to Griffith. Reed, the high arcing 3. Cincinnati is just killing Nicholls on the glass right now. +8. Not there for Bandaogo. Griffith tries to save it, and it's going Nicholls' way.
You get the kick out, but this is off of 2 consecutive offensive rebounds. You kick it out to a wide open Simas Lukosius. Whenever we show the highlights on Simas making shots, he's always wide open. I want to know how is that possible when a guy is shooting 74% from downtown and he always seems to be open on his shots.
Just highlights the depth for Cincinnati. You can't focus in on one guy. Even with a couple of players down, with Thomas and Skillings, a lot of options to go around. Somebody's bound to be open now and then. Malone, pull up, doesn't get the bounce. Collins tied up inside with Page. Good battle of the big guys in there. Collins, one heck of a rebounder.
Yes.
More than 7 a night through the first 4 games.
Out of Faith Family Academy, Cedar Hills, Texas.
This isn't a very tall team, Terry. They don't have the 7-footers like Cincinnati does, but between Collins and West, they got some guys that can get up there and go get it.
They're just hungry. You don't need a lot of toughness. I played on the team when Corey Blunt was out his senior year for the first 11 games as Josh Reed hits the 3, and we had our starting lineup of 6'5", 6'6", 6'2", 6'1", and we went 11-1 during that span, just being scrappy like this team right here.
Ireland long 2.
I mean, just right back, the quick decisiveness of this Nicholls team.
James.
Dare you. Just sat behind the screen of Arrington Page and said, go ahead, shoot it.
Brown may have gotten away with a step there. Nearly dragged that foot. Reset for Ireland. Taking on Griffith. Rin and out for Ireland.
Good box out by Arrington. Gonna look at him, got him 1-on-1 down the block.
They do get it there. Ireland, though, smacks it away. It'll stay at this end when we come back. How about the minutes Josh Reed has given Cincinnati in the first half?
Well, offensive rebound, basket, kickback, and all of a sudden you leave him up, he's locked and loaded. And what a feature we're gonna have. I had a great time sitting down with him and interviewing this young fellow.
Yeah, he's a very interesting guy. Dual citizen between German and Lithuania. He was hit by a car last year crossing the street on Cincinnati's campus. So Terry had a chance to sit down with him. Also, some news and notes from the first half and the Twyman-Stokes Classic. That's what this is being billed as. Twyman there, you see him, Jack Twyman, his number 27 is retired in Cincinnati's rafters. He played for the Cincinnati Royals, now the Sacramento Kings, as Dillon Mitchell rises high for the slam on the inbound play. And really just an inspirational story. Maurice Stokes was one of his teammates, had a career and life-altering injury, and to make a long story short, Jack Twyman, who played at Cincinnati, ended up becoming the legal guardian for his teammate with the Royals, Maurice Stokes.
Good help defense by Arrington Page, and what a great story. It's gonna be great talking about that story.
Yeah, we'll have more on that at halftime along with the Lukosius feature. Extra chance possession again for Nicholls, but it won't go down for Malone. Long skip Betsy, but he took a step.
A lot. Yeah. I mean, watch this series of back picks, curls around, catches it, suspended in the air. Nothing moves but the net. I mean, it's just an awesome catch, awesome throw. You got to throw it right. It's like we're in the Matrix on that.
Yeah, it's a little technical difficulty there. English trying to probe again.
Simas only averaging about a couple of rebounds per game.
Mitchell baseline gets hammered and takes a hard fall.
But how athletic he is, when he jumped off of one leg, he was up by the square, and as they were going for the block, they couldn't get the ball. Ended up hitting his arm right across the chest. Could have ended differently, but he had an athletic fall on that point. If he doesn't break that fall with his left leg falling down, if he slams down, he could be out for a while.
Good to see him pop back to his feet. He's important for Cincinnati, clearly 8 points, 6 rebounds. Made 71 starts in his career at Texas. And he's having a career year.
Yeah, one thing he's got to add to the package to unlock everything is free throw shooting and an occasional 3 every once in a while. He hasn't made a 3 in his career yet, but he's got to focus on the technique. Once you get the technique down, repetition over and over and over. Once he shoots it, it's like his elbow locks and goes a little bit too close to his face when he releases it.
Leaves that way short. He goes 0 of 2 at the line, and he continues to grab his right hip area as he makes his way down the floor. Something to monitor.
Yeah, he's still grabbing it.
Here's West. Muscles it through Bandego, lost it for a moment. Brown trying to take Mitchell off the dribble. 8 to shoot.
Did you see Aziz Bandego?
I see him block that. That got a piece of the rim. And now a tie-up under the basket. It will stay with Nicholls.
So I'm watching Aziz Bandego, and he's telling the guy, come, bring it to me, bring it to me. I want to go one-on-one with me. He gets him in the air, turns around, and swats it from behind with his back to the player. But in practice, he does drills against the guards. He's doing closeouts against guards, and they can't score against him because of his length and his activity with his feet. He is a true defensive stopper, full of energy, and he's back to playing like he was 2 years ago.
Well, nicely done by the officials in this game. That ball did hit the rim, so the shot clock should have reset. And now they do reset it to 18. Nice job by Michael Roberts, Chance Moore, and Tommy Johnson, tonight's officiating crew, to recognize that. Quick trigger anyway, and I think West maybe thought that the shot clock didn't reset.
And I think Bandego got a piece of that.
Maybe he did. That was certainly a quick release, but it was way short. 1 minute to go in the first half here in Cincinnati, and a takeaway for English as Nicholls tries to get a bit closer. Mitchell says no.
Stop it. Never giving up on a play. Dillon Mitchell.
English, he's really worked hard trying to get inside, but he throws this one away. James, the good catch, spins away. Reverse, he got hammered too.
And hit his head on the ground. He's a tough cat. Now, if he was trying, because you have so many finishers on this Bearcats team, they're all looking to finish. And when he caught that ball and wiped it and went baseline, if he throws it up at the rim, Aziz Bandego, Dillon Mitchell were both looking to catch it for a lob dunk. Instead, he tried to go on the other side, and he falls down, and he's, instead of looking to brace himself on the ground, he's looking at the ball as it goes through the hoop. I mean, that could have been serious injury to his arm. His shoulder could have popped out of socket, but he's a tough one.
He's the son of a Hall of Fame NFL running back. He's the brother of a collegiate running back. He's built like a running back himself.
Well, he played running back and decided to give it up because he wanted his own path.
Well, Nicholls not being cheated tonight in terms of their physicality, which I'm sure Coach Sadler isn't pleased about some of the fouls they're committing, the way they're struggling to get back in transition, leading to the fouls. But he did say that they want to hang their hat on the defensive end with that physicality. And he's been a little bit disappointed through the first 3 or 4 games. He didn't feel that they've lived up to that physicality that he wants his team to play with.
Correct.
Certainly you need to rein it in. You can't be egregious about it. They throw that away. Lukosius. Boy, he gets left open for way too many threes, and he continues to capitalize.
Josh Reed playing free safety. Looked like Ed Reed back there in the free safety position. Intercepts the ball, and then all of a sudden you got another walk-up three by Simas Lukosius.
3 to go before the half ends. Fall-away jumper doesn't go for West. And Nicholls, who kept it close for a majority of the first half, falls down by 20 going to the break.
Oh my. I mean, game, you don't overcoach it.
He calls it controlled freedom. Play with pace and in space. It's Cincinnati that starts out with the possession. And a good move by Jizzle James to free himself up for the deuce.
Stop and pop. He plays with such a low center of gravity, almost like he's cutting through holes. Wide leg base, stops on the dime.
So Nicholls will try for a better start in the second half. They won't get it on the first possession. Nicholls started 0 of 6 from the floor to begin the first half. Lukosius. Wow, that is a crafty shot.
Oh my goodness. He is reaching in the bag like he's looking for a peppermint.
That's that European flair to his game, I think.
Oh my. He's got it all.
West. Bandego pinned it. Numbers for Cincinnati. James, the lob. Mitchell, the slam.
Stop it. I mean, this is the Harlem Globetrotters out here. A Jizzle James float game right in the middle of the paint. And then you got Aziz saying, you live in fantasies, brother. I reject your deposit. And then now you see me, now you don't by Simas Lukosius off the glass. And then just throw it up and get out of the way for the human highlight reel 2.0 version, Dillon Mitchell.
All of that, Terry, within 1:07 seconds coming out of halftime.
This team is just so explosive. You can play close with them, but because of the way they play, because of the style and the discipline to the technique that they have defensively, they can get out on you in spurts.
So what is the answer for Tavon Sadler and Nicholls?
Well, they're going to have to get some stops and get out in transition. They can't score against the set defense of Cincinnati.
Jalen Searles off the mark from 3. Lukosius the pull-up. Boy, he is on fire.
I mean, come on. A walk-up 3, nobody picks him up. You got to get to half court and pick up Simas Lukosius. Simas Lukosius is not on fire. I mean, he looks like a demon coming straight from the depths of Shoel. I mean, golly, he's on fire.
16 points, 4 of 5 of long range. Tough pass. James tried to slice it inside. It got knocked out of bounds. I mean, Simas Lukosius came in averaging 17, 16 already, and nobody closing out on him.
But Aziz Bandaogo shoots, there's a bump screen at the three-point line, and he's 3 or 4 feet behind it and just walks up and knocks it down.
He'll take it inside the arc this time.
Got to take him out the game. He missed a shot.
He's shooting a better percentage from 3 than inside the arc.
You got Connor, who hasn't really unleashed his three-point shooting. He's another sniper.
That one goes in for Connor Hickman, his first bucket tonight. He had a tough start. He was 0-5 before that one went down.
Yeah, he's got the mid game going on right now. And lurking in the paint, Aziz Bandaogo made you change your mind.
Hickman had it, then lost it.
I mean, Hickman he's got the game, pushes off a little bit, does a separation. More and more, they're allowing a little discard for the offensive player. It's almost like in football as well, where the receiver can get away with hand fighting and pushing, but the defender do it, it's a pass interference play. And in offense and basketball, the offensive player can push off a little bit, but if you grab a little bit, it's going to be a foul on you. Oh,
Searles.
Come on.
Couldn't get it to go. Everything but the shot make there for Jalen Searles. James fumbled the pass at first, still plenty of time, 20 to shoot for Cincinnati. James,
Jizzle.
the crafty handles.
Playing with his food before you eat. Mama come and slap your hand and say, oh, boy, you better start eating that food.
Inside, and the finish. That goes for Ireland.
Did you have to finish all the food on your plate?
You never have to worry about me finishing all the food on my plate, Terry.
You sop it up with a biscuit, too?
You never have to worry about that. I'll return the plate cleaner than when they brought it out.
Oh, the back down by Jizzle.
He's got his whole bag working tonight.
I mean, look at the shoulders, the arms. Looks a lot like an NFL running back. But they're just putting together an impressive defensive showing right here, and that gets blocked with 2 hands.
Foul on the rebound attempt. Lukosius got called for that foul.
I mean, just behind the back, between the legs, you're not going to go anywhere. I'll just raise up and just shoot right over you then. And then bend down and tie up the shoe. But, oh, man, look at the size of this young fella. He is really taking on the leadership role of running an offense. Not necessarily talking as much, but leading by getting guys in spots with his eyes, using his ability to get shoulder bumps and create space, and then throwing it to the rim for the rim run and lob attempt by Aziz Bandaogo. Aziz Bandaogo right now, you know, he averages 3.5 blocks on the season. He's got 4 tonight.
After a long pause, I'm not really sure why, we get back to action. On the handoff, it goes to English. Good closeout by James, prevented the catch and shoot for Brown. English, that's from way out there. Good follow on the glass by West. Couple of pump fakes, and he'll be heading to the line.
Well, he had nowhere to go on that.
And he'll be going to the line, even though he had nowhere to go after the rebound.
But he ended up being player of the city, and then all of a sudden he started getting more information on that.
Kelsey, we go down to you.
Hey, Anthony, I just spent the last 2 timeouts listening in on the Bearcats huddle, and Wes Miller is fired up. The first timeout, he was really excited about the way that they came out of halftime, really pointing to those deflections on the defensive side of the ball and saying that's how all the fun stuff starts. And then in the most recent timeout, he continued to say, we just won the first 4 minutes, let's do it again.
Thank you, Kelsey. Wes Miller has proven to be a very good head coach. He achieved win number 250 of his career in the most recent Bearcats win against Morehead State. Tavon Sadler learned a lot from him. Learned how to be a player's coach, put the players ahead of himself. It's never about the head coach, it's all about the players. Might not go Nicholls' way tonight, down by 32 against Cincinnati, but a very bright young coach as James rattles that one in.
Jizzle just getting to his spot, so under control. The game has slowed down tremendously for this young man. Remember, he had a 50-point game in high school, so he's capable of putting the ball in the hole. But now running the offense, this high-powered, high-octane offense, and still getting your buckets at the same time is the new challenge. Oh,
step back, Sirlis now into the paint. Brown, nowhere to go. English with 2 to shoot. Good defense again for the Bearcats. Mitchell, the kick, Betsy. Mitchell flying high for the rebound. Betsy, the cut.
Aziz Bendego's grabbing his leg. That's one thing the Bearcats do not need. I mean, look at that. 2-hand, weak side rebound, cutting Betsy.
And then Betsy just rolled into Bandego there at the back end of the play.
To finish this story off, so he's about to get, he signs with UNC Greensboro, and then he's having second thoughts. So he says, Wes, I'm not feeling it. I think I want to, re-enter the portal. Within 2 hours, Wes went to his neighbor, got an RV, loaded up the coaching staff, and drove 6 hours down to his home and met with him for about 4 or 5 hours and convinced him that, hey, you need to come here. This is the plan we're going to do for you. This is the stuff we're going to run for you. We're going to turn you into a player. And he ends up, being an all-conference player and player of the year. So when Wes wants something, he's very persistent of how he's going to attack things. Gets what he wants normally.
He usually does. Sadler eventually, as I mentioned, finished his career at Nicholls, became the director of basketball operations at Nicholls. He has spent time on the staffs at McNeese and Maryland, and now his second year as the head man at Nicholls. Nice design play there to free up Jamal West Jr.
It's beautiful.
Cincinnati by 33 over the Colonels.
They're not even looking down low.
Now they throw it there. Page skips it. 5 to shoot, back to Page again. Had it knocked away from behind. Page has to fire. Rebound to Betsy. Almost poked away by English. And a foul.
I mean, watch this lob off the bump screen from the high post. No communication up top between Ayrton Page and Josh Reed. Nobody opened up, and you just saw was a lob play for the layup.
Nobody in double figures for Nicholls. Brown leading the way with 9, West with 8. The two closest. They only have 27 points in this game. Have to wonder if the back-to-back nights affecting them in any way. Coming off the dramatic win last night over Northern Kentucky in the waning moments. Page on the drive. Can't get it to go, but a foul.
And we asked him about that. I said, do you mind the back-to-back nights? He goes, nah, our players love it. And I'm like, I'm sure they would love it more than going to back-to-back practices. But he says it's almost like a tournament field. You want to get used to playing in games like this. If they were in a Hawaii tournament or any kind of Thanksgiving preseason tournament, they'll be playing 3 games in 3 days. So he doesn't mind the 2 games. He knows they have to come out and play. It just so happens that you're playing the 17th ranked team that's 10 to 12 deep on a consistent basis. And you can't do that when you're not 10 to 12 deep. So
I think it would have been an interesting game, and it still is an interesting game. A lot of storylines to go around it. If Nicholls made some threes the way that we know they're capable, this could be a totally different game, Terry. But I think it would have been an even more interesting game if Nicholls played Cincinnati before playing Northern Kentucky.
Yeah,
fresher legs, first day of the road trip, just adds a different element to it.
Absolutely. But you also got to remember the Bearcats defense is forcing a lot of these misses.
Up to West again.
Here,
high flyer, Jamal West. Goodness.
That's the second time. So there's got to be communication with Arrington Payne. He's got to be able to see what's going on. He knows this is the same play they just ran. One for the layup, another for the dunk. That was impressive.
West does not get cheated. Page fakes it. Rebound to West. He is a man on a mission right now, keeping his heads up.
Well, he got a little juice in him now. You get a dunk, that powers you up for another 2 minutes.
He was hoping that lane would part. English with the left.
Yeah, and there's no interior help. Tyler Betsy's hugging his man in the paint. Got to release and become a secondary defender in the paint. But what a beautiful move by West.
Long skip to Reed. He knocked on a couple of threes in the first half for Cincinnati. Running a lot through Arrington Page. Rightfully so.
He likes to catch it and wipe and go left and finish with his left hand. Very skilled around the basket with the left hand, Arrington Page.
He has 9 for the Bearcats. West going to work again. Good spin, baseline. Double team. West can't get it through. And a kick against Jamal West.
I mean, you don't get any help on this high screen. And you get a bump screen at the top, and he throws up and just catches it. Kicks have these block parties with the Panasonic stereo, those big speakers, but the Bearcats have their own sound system. 10 blocks on the day. Aziz Bandego with 4. Don't even have to look at you. Swinging from everywhere. Arrington Page has 3 blocks all over the place. This team is athletic. They're long. They like rim deterrence. And Aziz Bandego is on pace for that Eric Hicks single-season shot block record of 115. And he was only 6'7" with the 7'2" wingspan. Right now, they got the length. They got the toughness. They got the IQ. They got to continue to put it together. But I tell you what, you play that music, get a little Italian food you bring to the block party. You got to bring something. You're going to come to the barbecue, brother. You got to bring something to the queue. I want some Italian food.
Terry, you never have to worry about me showing up empty-handed. What do you want? Meatballs, pasta, lasagna,
yes,
chicken
sir.
cutlets. You name it, I got it for you.
I got some brothers that bring some adult Kool-Aid. You'll have a good time at the block party. A little 1-2 step.
Hickman, long 2. That goes down, so he's having a better second half.
The same shot from that spot earlier. I mean, he gets to that spot. He gets good lift on his shot. You know, he springs up. Very good jumper, good verticality on that shot.
Although, Terry, I have a feeling my block party music would be a little bit different than your block party
Well,
music.
after some of the Italian wine and all the other stuff, every time I see, you know, a movie where they're having an Italian movie, they sleep after it. After they eat, they're just knocked out.
That's pretty accurate, though. I'm not going to lie. Because you eat lunch,
Yes.
and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up and you have dinner. You just ate, you take a nap, you're going to have dinner afterwards.
Right. Oh, my Lord.
66-31, Cincinnati in front of Nicholls. Anthony Mazzini, Terry Nelson, Kelsey Conway, our producer Trevor Toll, our
Get a little
entire
blood.
ESPN crew. As Arrington Page will have to jog off and get treated by Bob Mangine, the head athletic trainer for the Bearcats men's basketball team, for a little scratch.
Bob Mangine, been around forever. I mean, he tried to retire 3 years ago. They brought him back out of retirement. And his wife retired. She said, "You can't retire yet." You know, she wants to go to the games now. She wants to hang out. And she was a pediatric a doctor, and she just retired in the offseason. He enjoys what he does. He wouldn't retire.
Page good to go. English, the trigger man on the baseline. Goes to Collins, right back to English. Catch and
Good
shoot.
action.
Cornish.
Should have been an and one. He got fouled on that by Aronson Page.
Collins cleans it up and earns a trip to the line.
And they are battling.
You're right. Cornish got hacked in that corner.
Forget the score. Yes, they're down big, but they're battling. I mean, he just goes down there. There's 3 guys down there, and he goes up with 2 hands to dunk it. What I love about that is he doesn't pump fake and try to put it up off the glass, which you would seem like that what he would do being surrounded by 3. Instead, he powers up to the rim and tries to bring it down. Imagine if that was successful with a 6'8" Tyler Betsy, 6'10" Aronson Page, and a 6'6" Griffith down there, and he's dunking on all of them. That wouldn't have sat well with Coach Wes Miller.
Collins made 21 starts last year. He's been coming a bit more off the bench in what is now his senior season. 1 of 2 at the line for Makai Collins. Still a valuable player. We mentioned it. A ferocious rebounder. 6.7 rebounds a game coming into tonight.
Yeah, led his high school team to back-to-back Final Fours, so he's a winner.
Malone threw it away. Lobbed it to James. Up top again. Page missed the dunk. He's slow getting back behind the play. Catch and shoot. Cornish. That's a 3.
Unselfish play by Jizzle James. Aronson ran the floor, just couldn't get his footing right. Normally we would have flushed that, but nevertheless, gave up another 2 on the other end. Go to work in the paint.
With the left, Page leaves it short. Still a tall mountain to climb here, certainly for Nicholls, but a little bit of wind in their sails over the last couple of trips. English.
You hear a lot of communication out there by both teams. Tried to finger roll over Hickman, couldn't get it. Got to get that ball out fast so he can fast break and run.
Nice job of Nicholls getting back, but James left open. He's been so good with that one-handed push shot.
He gets to his spot, and he plays under control. You know, he's got the presence of mind to understand you don't over-dribble and get to where the defense is. You stop and pop where you have enough cushion and space to get the release off, and he makes it.
James has been in double figures all 3 games this season, 14 tonight. Robinson, step back jumper. That's smooth.
Yeah, that's the push-off I'm talking about. They'll let the offense get away with a little shove, a little separation. Normally the step back used to just be your footwork. Now they'll allow you to get a little forearm in the chest, step back for the shot, as long as the other defender doesn't exaggerate it and fall down. Speaking of falling down, Simas Lukosius raining down in Fifth Third Arena. He is on fire.
He's only missed 1 3 tonight. He has 19 points and is 5 of 6 from long range.
I mean, this is incredible. He's got to be leading the country right now in 3-point shooting.
Off the mark for Cornish.
Good box out by Connor Hickman. I mean, Jizzle James, the wide shoulder one, gets the ball back, passes, cuts, gets to his spot. Little one-hand float game in the middle of the paint. And then Simas says, "You forgot about me, huh?" Oh, my goodness. Looks over at the sideline and just shakes his head and walks back. He understands when you're hot, you're hot. But it's not like he's just having a hot game. He's been hot all season long.
4 Bearcats in double figures tonight, led by Lukosius is 19. Another stellar game. James off the screen. Mitchell fumbled it. And a turnover for Cincinnati. Cornish pull up in transition. And Malone couldn't save it on the baseline.
They like that. That's how they have to play, though. Nicholls have to get out in transition and shoot that 3-point shot. I mean, you can see the kick out. That ball just hits right there, but they have to get out and shoot early shots. They're having difficulty in the half court against the defense of Cincinnati, so they got it. When they get one-on-one advantages in the open court, they got to be able to attack.
Terry, to go back to your previous point, as Lukosius got fouled there, coming into this game tonight, he was tied for 7th in the nation with Charlotte's Robert Braswell for three-point percentage at 71.4%. And tonight he's made 5 of 6. The nation's leader entering tonight's game, John Mobley Jr. from Ohio State, 87.5%, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, on how many makes?
7 of 8.
Not a bad percentage.
James down to one knee, kept the dribble alive. Step back, Lukosius. If that one went down, this place would have erupted.
Well, he started running back like Steph Curry when he shot that.
Alone, coast to coast finger roll.
Uh-oh. Connor Hickman falls down on the C.J. Frederick. Dillon Mitchell falls down, and C.J. Frederick instantly grabs his knee and his ankle. And he had a history of problems. Mostly that was with the hamstring. He's going to try to walk it off. Uncle C.J. Frederick.
Good to see everybody get up and walk off the floor under their own power. Cincinnati up 71-39. Malone going to the line for Nicholls, but some players went down for Cincinnati at the tail end of that play. Kelsey, you have an update.
Yeah, Anthony, it looks like the Bearcats have avoided what could have been a scary situation with C.J. Frederick. I watched him in that timeout. He was stretching and flexing that left leg. He didn't go back to the tables with the trainers from Cincinnati's medical staff and is sitting on the bench right now. They did wipe some blood off of his jersey, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Several members of Wes Miller's coaching staff came over just to check on him. Guys?
Thank you, Kelsey. I misspoke. Malone laid it in, and then they blew the whistle dead because of the injuries. There was no foul. So Cincinnati possession, the shot clock is down to 5. It was total now 12 on the night.
Yeah, well, see, Aziz Bandaogo looked and just got out of the way. It and dunks it in, and then Simas just points at him and says, yeah, that was for you anyway.
Cornish.
And by the way, Simas Lukosius is credited with 2 block shots.
Somebody got a piece of that one there on the 3 from Cornish.
Check that, yeah, they gave him 1.
Stays at this end.
There's no better sound in basketball than the sound of sneakers in the gym. That was a beautiful, oh my goodness, George Gervin.
You're really throwing it back with that one.
One thing he could do is finger roll.
James off the glass.
What you're seeing is a master class of middies. Why does he shoot so much mid-range games? Well, he had a basketball court in his house. Edrin provided that with the spoils of being a Hall of Famer and running through those holes. And here he is. The roof was too small to shoot 3-pointers in the basement. So he worked on 1,000 shots a day mid-range.
Not that time for Wes. Lukosius has the board. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for the man with the basketball, Simas Lukosius. Kick out, James. That's a 3.
Well, he can start shooting them here now because there's plenty of space to get that 3-point shot off at the University of Cincinnati. Jizzle James putting together another stellar performance.
Now, Cincinnati just called timeout. Wes Miller indicated he just wanted to get the substitute in.
I mean, look at that. Quick spin off the glass, high on the square on the glass, and then coming out on the kick out 3, holds it up, poses for the cameras on the baseline. 19 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Jizzle James putting it together.
James last year set his career high in the NIT against Bradley. He scored 25 points. Overall average just shy of 9 points per game. And among Cincinnati freshmen to average 7 points per game as a guard in their freshman season, 6 of them have gone to the NBA.
Yeah, that's a great stat. I mean, he's a guy. I know I said he had 6 assists. He had 6 rebounds and 4 assists. But he is just solid. He's flashy to the point where he's only using the ball going between the legs, behind the back, not to show out like he would do if he was in high school, but to get separation, because in college, everybody's a good defender, and you got to use that and harness those ball handling skills in order to get to the spot that you feel comfortable shooting. Rayvon Griffith, defender.
Couple of pump fakes, another pump fake. West.
Arrington from behind. That's the 4th block by Arrington Page.
James, the lob this time. Page undercut. Heading to the line.
A hook pass lob, gets to his middle, goes a hook pass lob, and then just gets undercut accidentally. What a skilled big. I mean, being able to shoot threes, got a good touch around the basket.
That foul win on Collins, his 3rd for Nicholls. As James gets the break, Connor Hickman back in. Long rebound up to Reed. He tracks it down after the miss from Page at the line. "37 points, the advantage for Cincinnati. Griffith will try to get it to 40, but he's too strong.
No strong. I mean, they're still pressing out defensively.
Foul on the drive.
There. They're going to talk to him, yes, sir.
And they're going to count the bucket. So Malone, I beg your pardon, English on the dribble drive will get the 2 points and a chance for a 3-point play.
You know, Arrington Page coming into the game didn't have a block shot. He had 9 last year at USC. Didn't have a block shot coming into the game. He's got 4 tonight.
They're going to look at this. Based on that look that we just saw from that baseline, Cam Terry, I think it clearly hit the back.
Yeah, we need a replay assist in basketball, too. Somebody should just be able to say from the board, it's good. Just keep going. Let's go.
Like in tennis, one quick review and the technology gives you the call within 20 seconds.
Yeah,
although this one
right
was
now.
pretty quick.
Yeah, football, they do it now in the NFL. They just say, hey, it was correct. That play was, you know, it was an incomplete pass. Keep it moving.
This one was quick, to their credit. English can't convert the 3-point play, and the rebound to Arrington Page again. Good catch by Betsy.
One-on-one, he's got ball skills. Left-hand whip pass.
Griffith. And a tough night for Rayvon Griffith. 0 of 2 from the field, he hasn't scored yet. Redshirt freshman who played his high school ball at Taft in the local Cincinnati area, won a state championship with Taft.
Another block.
This time on Byron Ireland. Hickman splits the double in transition. Griffith. And a foul on the baseline drive. Their money last year, and then mid-December you get Xavier.
It gets real. So this times in games like this, I know people say, man, they haven't played anybody, they're blowing teams out. Well, this is how you gel. You gel. Don't look at the record. Yes, they're 17th ranked, 20th to start the season. They're progressing. But you're seeing what's possible. You're seeing the depth. You're seeing the defense. You're seeing shot blocking. You're seeing the athleticism. Once again, you're also seeing shooting. We haven't had a shooting team at the Cincinnati Bearcats like this in some time. Might be the best shooting team they've had in a while. And a block shot from behind by Rayvon Griffith.
3rd time's a charm for Nicholls. And they get the lay-in from Caleb Robinson. Now, Wes Miller, we talked to him before the game today at shoot-around. He said, still a lot of work to do. Not in a bad way, but he just feels that the best basketball is ahead of this group. It's not where he wants the group to be yet. Here's Zella, the Frenchman, out to Betsy. Freshman to freshman here, and it's off the mark. And Zella battling for the rebound, can't get it. You know, Cincinnati, 9 of 23 from long range tonight. And Terry, you mentioned this earlier, how Cincinnati, under Wes Miller, wants to play a bit spread out, get up and down the floor, and get some frees, that freedom to shoot. His first 3 years, they've set a new program record every single season.
Yeah, and this is going to be the best shooting three-point team in the history of UC. I mean, he's already set those records, but they've added more three-point shooting, and they've got a more shooter-friendly offense that the guys are running. They're missing, the guys are in now, maybe missing those shots. Oh, wow. My goodness.
That's a double block. Ricochets out, and note that time for Michael Gray Jr.
He hit that like it was a fly on the screen. You know, you get that fly that never get out of the screen. You gotta hit that thing because you're scared of it. Then Tyler Betsy finally knocks down the three. Rayvon Griffin, two-hand smack on the glass. And then the follow-up with the three by Betsy. Yeah, hey, right now this Nicholls team is exhausted.
Yeah.
Understandable. I mean, they came and they got what they want. They got a split in 2 games.
English with the lay in there. It's been a good second half for English, as he gets up to 8 points with that lay-in.
This Nicholls team is going to win a lot of games this year.
They were picked to finish 3rd in the Southland Conference. Received a few first-place votes. Too strong for Betsy. Never hit the rim. Reed will have to fire. Rain of threes in Cincinnati tonight.
ATL in the house. We will see you in a week. I told him you can't take all the tickets, man. You know, he wants all the tickets. Arrington Page wants all the tickets. I got my Bearcat buddies coming to the game. They want the tickets. My mom and sisters are down there. They want some tickets. I'm like, look, bro, come on.
What do you own property in Atlanta? Goodness.
That's my mom. Oh, look at this. Two-hand, just get it out of here. Just grab it. Could have been like Jordan when he played for Washington. Then a wide open Tyler Betsy with the three. That was the perfect opportunity to just grab it Kenyon Martin style. Much like when Jordan just grabbed the shot off the backboard of Ron Mercer, former Kentucky player, when Jordan was in his elder years for the Wizards.
All right, Terry, let me ask you this. You talk Atlanta with Arrington Page and Josh Reed and some of your connections down there. A varsity loaded hot dog or a Cincinnati loaded Skyline Coney?
You know, I got to have a varsity loaded hot dog first before I have the
never had a varsity?
Never.
Oh, Terry. You sound
Here's
disappointed in me, man. Flying in. Very disappointed. For somebody that says, I got all people and family and friends. And
yeah, but they cook. They don't, you know, we don't, you know, they cook. People down south, you don't spend a lot of time in restaurants unless you go to a cigar bar. Family back home, when you get there, they want to cook for you.
Next time you're in Atlanta, go and get a varsity hot dog. You will not be disappointed. Actually, get 2. Get 1 for me, too.
Got you. I probably won't reach you, but, you know.
Oh, eat it for me.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Betsy the spin, getting inside and get tied up.
That is great defense. I mean, he was doing all the dribbling, got to his spot, went up for the jump shot, put the ball over his head where the defender was right behind him and just grabbed it.
Possession gives it back to Nicholls on the nice play from Caleb Robinson. 23 seconds to go in this game tonight. And the inside move, that doesn't go down for Searles. And the Bearcats could just let the clock wind down. Nicholls will fall to 2 and 3 tonight. They come on the road, play back-to-back days. Admirable effort in the first half especially, but they just couldn't get it done tonight. In a nice moment at midcourt between former player and coach at UNC Greensboro. But in the rendition of matching up on opposite sidelines, it's Wes Miller and the Bearcats coming away with the 86-49 victory.
What a complete game for the Bearcats. Showed